The unemployment rate in Cameroon is an alarming one, especially in this situation that we are, where everybody is turning towards the government, hoping that the government is going to launch on quantity, probably increase the number of people they need to retain, hoping to grab one of those seats to make a better living for ourselves. But right now we have but no choice than to turn towards self-employment and entrepreneurship. We have brought to you a youth, a young guy that have decided to take their destiny in his hands, to create his own opportunities rather than sitting and waiting for the government to make it. So he is here to share his path with us, how he got it, and probably inspire you to follow his path and make also a living for yourself. So if you wish to know more, please stay tuned. We'll be right back after the jungle. Welcome guys. I'm Awejan Emmanuel and you're on my platform Awejan. Here we talk about business, entrepreneurship, personal development, and possible opportunities that you can exploit to make yourself a better person. With our topic of today, which is creating a path for yourself. In other words, refusing to depend on others to make it happen. So with that, we brought to you a professional in the name of Koko Benjamin. He's going to share with us his journey, his path, how from where he started and to where he is now. Greetings, Benjamin.
Greetings, Mr. Awejan.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You know why?
Yeah, actually.
We're happy to have you here.
Thank you very much.
So we are all in this thing of employment, we are in an economy stage that almost all the youths are tilted towards the government. We are all waiting for concourse to be launched. But you and I know that the possibility to grab a space in those concourse are very slim, and many will not get. Um, you choose to go into self-employment rather than waiting.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell us more about it. But before we go into the tip of our discussion, please we would like you to present yourself, so that our audience there can know you more and maybe learn one or two things.
All right. I'm very pleased to be invited to this your prestigious show. Actually, it's an opportunity for anyone out there watching us to get into the discussion or to get your life more better in case it was at a stage where you found a lot of difficulties. Actually, my name is Koko Benjamin, and I I would say I I was a student actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say I still take some courses and do a little bit of research work.
Yes.
Yeah, and at the same time I drive taxi.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
So you are a taxi driver.
yeah. Actually, I would say
Yeah,
taxi driver.
yeah, taxi driver.
Yeah, I'm a taxi driver.
So,
Yeah.
It's cool. Tell us what inspired you to go into self-employment? Why not following concourse like any other youth out there?
Um. Actually, with the difficult economy in which we are, I would say sitting in one place and waiting for the government to give you a job is a really impossible task. You need to take the bull by the horn. Actually, I got this inspiration, and back then in the university, there is this course entrepreneurship. It's meant for all students who are at that level.
Okay.
Yeah, at the master's level. So it's a course that every student in the University of Boya does. So there we had practical courses, we had theoretical courses, which actually gave started giving me that mindset of why can I not start up something, come up with a startup. because they'll give us assignments, maybe even in class, they'll give us maybe some quiz to write up a business startup,
Okay.
then see how you can manage it with a particular fund.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how I started thinking of how can I, how can I to make it out of this difficult economy
To not remain in that loop of pursuing
of
competitive
pursuing.
exams, hoping to be retained by the system.
Yeah.
In your pursuit of self-employment, what are some of the initial challenges you face as a youth out there?
Actually, initially, before I even became a taxi driver, before I started driving, I had done some other things just for survival purposes.
Okay, such as can you
Like
share with us?
even while I was in the university, yeah, I had no other means that time. I was new in the environment. I used to go to chantiers. I work in chantiers. I go to building sites. Yes, if I can put it that way. We build, I transport the building materials, give them to builders. That's work like Emmanuel, as they commonly call it.
Yeah, the low level
Yeah, the
guys.
lower level guys, at
Yeah,
times they pay you 2,035
2000
per
farms.
day.
Yeah, they-
Yeah. Then from there on, after I went through this course in school, I the first business I started with was to sell dresses. I go and buy Fiperu dresses, a sample in front of my stay
that
which
you
I
didn't wait to make the second-hand
second-hand
dresses.
dresses.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You buy second-hand dresses. I sell at least. I could go to Douala and get them at times just at Muya Market.
Okay.
Yes, I could go there, pick some, come and sell. I could even create links with some customers there,
Okay.
give them some particular brands. Also, I had some customers who would ask for particular brands when they see something similar, like how they want it to look like. So I'll place the orders and then I deliver to them.
Very nice.
Later on, I went into fish business. I roasted fish later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fish
While
guy.
still,
Yeah.
yeah, I had to go into fish roasting too.
Okay.
Yeah, since the other side was not really the best.
Promising.
It was not.
You have to switch.
Yeah, I
But
had to
no matter
switch.
what, you must survive.
Yeah, you must survive. Yeah. So I started the fish business. It ran for 1, 2 years. It was about getting to the third year. I said, no, I cannot stay by the fire always. I need to do
Okay. So
something
because
else.
fire also affects your health over
Yeah, over some
long time.
period. Yeah. So after a lot of research that I did, like how to change the line of business, while I was still roasting fish, yeah, I had this friend of mine who was a taxi driver.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like inspired too because not only a friend, I had other neighbors too, about 3 to 4 of them who were taxi drivers. So it's from then that I also got the inspiration to drive. And like, if these guys are driving, why can I not drive also? Yeah. So I paid one of them and he took me to the street. Actually, I started driving without going to a driving school.
And how does it do to cope driving without knowing the driver's
Actually, I would, my point, I know somehow it's not good to say this on air, but I think driving is more of practical than the theoretical part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So, and I just had to take the bull too by the horn and couple with financial constraints too.
yeah,
Yeah, I
so you
didn't
didn't
have
have
that
money
finance
to go and
to
take proper
go,
training.
yeah, go to a driving school and then get a proper training. Yeah. So those were some of the things that limited me to go to driving school too. So I just had to use the back door and
You need to develop a means for you to get there because no
yeah,
matter what, you know that you have to get into the business.
yeah, I had to get into it. But I did not even complete the fee at that moment because of some difficulties I was facing too.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just had to stop. But I would say during that period while I was roasting, I also had a friend who was doing this roadside business. And she was doing PE, as they commonly call it. That's potato. She fries egg and potato and whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the one that also gave me encouragements like you can do this, you can do that, because she made me start these daily contributions. Yeah,
That will come Jangi.
yes, Jangi.
Yeah, local language.
Yeah,
Yes.
I joined one because to me, I had never done that before. So I saw it as something very difficult. But she encouraged me and I started.
Okay.
Yeah, I was contributing 5,000 every week. And later on, I said, but I could do this. They stepped it, the game up to 10K. Later on, it went to 15 and 20. So I realized out of that business, out of roasting fish,
Yeah.
I could save 10, 20,000 a week
To be, which is good.
after feeding well and clothing myself and getting some basic necessities for myself.
Safe.
Yeah, I could still save 20K a week. That means in a month, I could get 80K
Roughly.
as a self-employed youth.
Well,
Yeah.
after
So
feeding, because most of the time when we are working, our salary is 50, is 80K, 100K, but we still need to feed.
to feed on it.
So I think you have more advantage over someone else as a self-employed because you have
Hmm.
you took care of your feeding, you
Yeah.
clothed yourself, and you still had your 80K,
Yeah.
which is a good thing. So for how long have you been in the driving business?
Yeah, exactly. After while I was roasting that fish, I had to save up. Yeah. So I could change the line of business. So I've been driving now for a year and it's close to 2 years. Yeah. I've been driving for 2 years now. Started
No,
driving in 2022.
since you started driving, are there some challenges that you have faced? Given the fact that you were new in the driving line, what are some of these challenges that you face in the driving line?
Actually, picking up that challenge to go into the street as a driver isn't easy, but a determined mind will always have to make a step.
Definitely.
Yes. So after uh, acquiring a vehicle, I wasn't inspired to go into the street, but I faced difficulties with someone who was supposed to, because I really never even wanted to, because of that fear. Like, how am I going to cope with the new job? How am I going to cope with maybe to drive and stop, pick passengers, that communication and all others? It was really difficult,
That
but
since it was a new thing,
yeah, it
you don't
was
know
a
how
new
to
thing
adapt
to
to it.
me. But later on, I just had to take the bull by the horn, go out there, and then I changed the story. Actually, it's not a success story as I would say, yeah, but it's
Something that built you up,
something
that
that
it
is
helped you,
building me up.
yeah, to get where you are heading to.
Yes, to get where I'm heading to. Yeah, I'm not where I want to be. I still have other things to work out.
But now, I'm curious to come back to the start point in this line because we have many youth out there that are trying to make it, but they have that huge barrier. I can say that at the level of you going to taxi, it was much more easy compared to when you were starting your first side hustle.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So how was that experience like your first side hustle? How did you go about? What are the things that you had to overcome before starting? Because no, it's always usually difficult to start, but once you are in it,
In it. Yeah. Actually, I didn't start up the business fully, like a full-time taxi driver.
yeah, no, I'm talking about the first business you ever, did, the very first one that you decided to go into. Yes.
Actually, the very first business, it was not too challenging for me because I would just go and buy. I do my sampling. I sit there and sell. So it was more easier for me, but what I needed that time more was capital.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you do to overcome the situation of capital?
Actually, I just had my. It was not much money. Yeah, I just had my 30,000. I started with 30,000. Actually, that was part of my rent that I was supposed to pay. So I took the money and invested. Yes, I would.
Yes.
Yeah, I would buy dresses for that 30,000. Not up to 30,000 because I had to pay transport. Like if I was going to Douala, I would pay transport. At that time it was 1.5 to and fro, and then maybe the transport within the town. Yeah, so I would spend likely 5K for transport. So I'll buy for 25K and come to sell to get my own profit. It wasn't bad at that moment. Yeah, the most difficulties I faced along the line was even when I had to start roasting fish because I was like, I had this like, it was just like a complex. Like, how will I cope? How will I stand and roast while I see people passing? And then, but I just
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
build up
that
that,
competitive that people see you roasting fish,
yeah.
that's social.
But I just had to build up that courage. And then that's how I went through.
So far from selling dresses to roasting fish to driving the taxi, what are some of the skills that you have acquired that you were not being taught back then in school? And you think that is of value, very importance for the success of a youth in general?
Um, I would say getting out there entails a lot. Yeah, actually, I've gained that communication skill. I've gained that uh, how do I put it? That adaptability.
You learn to adapt.
Yes, and then sociability
The
somehow.
socialize is
Yeah.
very important, very important.
So believe in every other aspect in life. If you cannot communicate, if you are not sociable, if you can't adapt to situations, to various situations, you won't be able to cope.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, and what do you see as what do you tell you about between pursuing the normal path which our parents grew up that line, back then our parents believe most of our parents believe that you go to school, you get a good grade, you get a good certificate, and you land yourself a good job. It used to work in that line before, but now it doesn't still work. Are we together? So,
Yes, I'm
what
getting
do you
you.
advise the youth? And what do you tell the youth out there that wants to pursue a career but doesn't really know should I go into business or should I pursue a job? What do you say and why?
Actually, the path which our parents followed wasn't a bad one, but it was just that the middle kind of lifestyle that everyone wants to live without stress.
Yes.
Yeah, being a businessman entails a lot. You need to study, you need to interact with people, and that requires so much of your energy. You need to give in a lot. Someone who works in an office, you just have particular things you need to do maybe every day. You are used to the job. It
A
doesn't,
routine
yeah,
kind of
it's
thing.
just a routine, something you do every day. But as a businessman, you encounter challenges which are more difficult to handle than someone who is being employed to perform a particular task.
So at the end, it all comes to the youth. How ready are you to face the challenges if you want
Yes.
to be
How
self-employed
ready
in
are
life?
you to get self-employed? How ready are you to make it without the government? That's what we are all talking about here. You
Okay.
need to pick up that challenge. Sit in your bedroom. You think out of the box.
Okay.
Like have a wide range of business ideas.
Yes.
You must not have a capital before you start thinking. No, have those business ideas. Have your jotter, put them down. So that in case you get that money or you present that business idea to someone who is a possible investor,
Can
you
you
might
see
stand a chance
to get an investment?
to get an investment. And in that case, you and I can all agree that people who sell business ideas,
Of course.
yes, just because maybe they don't have that capital to start it up. but they know maybe the ins and the outs, how they can run that business. They
True,
can also partner with investors. It's very important.
very well. But now, talking about your career path and skills, okay. What do you say about customer retention? Do you retain your customers or you always have new customers all the time? How do you do?
Okay, in taxi business, actually, you can retain customers.
So do you retain your customers?
Yes, I do
How
retain
do you do? What are
customers.
your strategies?
Okay, it goes this way. I talked about sociability as a skill I've obtained.
Okay.
Yeah, I discovered that when you carry passengers, actually, when you just get into business, you can't get customers immediately. As time went on, when I carry passengers in my car, I might bring up a topic for discussion. While we are discussing, someone would like to say, okay, please, is it possible that I call you and you pick me up maybe tomorrow, next week? Or can I call you to carry some of my luggages or whatsoever? So through that, I got contacts. Like right now, I have contacts. I have sure customers whom if they call me, they know that I'm going to deliver. Yeah, there are some customers you cannot retain. There are those that you can retain. Yes, now it just depends on the strategy in which you put in.
So your main strategy is based on sociability.
Yeah, sociability plays a lot. Yeah, and adaptability because when you look out there, if you are not, if you can't adapt to situations, you might always have to quarrel with a passenger, disagreement with passengers,
Yes.
yes, and all of that. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Now, talking about the future, the next step. Where do you see your taxi business in the future? What are your goals and objectives that you wish to achieve with this business? Is it something you want to do for life, or is it something that you're just doing temporary? Is it something that you want to scale out? What is it? What's the future of the business as of now?
Actually, I don't have plans to stay on as a taxi driver. It is a stressful job, you know. Yeah, but being in the business for this short period of time, I'm also thinking of how can I scale up the business? Yes. How can I own more than one taxi
Okay,
and make it more profitable to me? How can I make more profit from it?
definitely.
Yeah. So I have this plan of like, even if I'm driving a taxi, I should not drive it for so long. Or even I'm driving even for, let me say I have plans to drive it for 10 years. It should not be that intensive. Before that 10 years, I should have my like one, two, or three taxis,
Okay, okay.
more to the one that I have now, so
Definitely.
that I start up something like a company.
Okay.
Yeah, I can produce cards and then I do publicity all over the place in hotels, maybe business avenues
To rent out your taxi
to rent them
services.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You put like a taxi driving company kind of thing.
yeah, something like that
Transport and receive your money into taxi, your
into
community
taxi.
transport.
Voila. So those are just the directions in which I'm thinking.
Okay,
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, what do you say? Do you think entrepreneurship is a vital thing for Cameroon?
Actually, entrepreneurship, without entrepreneurship, there's no economy.
Okay,
What I'm actually saying is it's business. Entrepreneurship, it's business, a one man business. Okay, you look at the community in which we are, most of the businesses are owned by individuals, and that's entrepreneurship.
yes,
And they are the ones that have helped to reduce the unemployment rate in the country.
definitely.
Yes. So without entrepreneurs, the economy will be at a zero level.
Yes, yes, true.
The unemployment rate will be very, very alarming because not everybody is able to secure a government job. And the few that are able to secure it, they won't be able to have those business ideas since they're already comfortable where they are.
Yeah, because when you're in your zone of comfort, you don't think far. You're thinking just limit to that zone.
To that
You
zone.
don't take it out.
Yeah. So entrepreneurship, I would say it's the backbone of every economy. Yeah, if you look at big businessmen in the society and maybe even around the world, they're the ones impacting their countries. Yes, and maybe the world at large. Yeah.
Now, as a young entrepreneur that you are, what advice will you give to the policy makers, those setting the rules that's going to affect the entrepreneurship scope of the country? If you were to give them an advice on them when they are taking the decision, what would you tell them?
If I'm to play a part there, actually, what I have to say is they can start with the creation of a body.
Yeah,
Yes, that is responsible for delivering maybe should I say partial funds, and which receives, I would say, startup businesses and ideas. Like if you have a business idea, there's every period of the year. Yes, let me say the organization can choose, say, every January you to write business ideas, and that's a business proposal actually. Yes, and they present. When they go through all the business proposals that have been set in, they pick the ones that they see that are,
yeah, relevant,
yeah, maybe they have a
promising.
particular number, and yes, they can sponsor those business ideas with the hope of maybe the individual having to pay in that money back to the business, to the government or to that organization, uh, instrumentally as the business
It's growing.
is growing
So that the body also can use the fund and form another
and
business
fund another
to keep the
business,
cycle going.
keep the cycle going.
Thank you. I love the idea. It's good.
Thank you.
Because there's always one thing I think the government does that the government actually try to support some initiatives, yes, but I don't think they have the means to do it. I don't think they take it back, making it now difficult for them to really support now because it's only
Yeah,
going
it's
down.
going out. That's why I talked about this organization where
Yeah,
it's just like a loan.
exactly. Like a
Yes,
loan by the free
when
loan,
they see
no
the
interest.
feasibility of your business idea, they know that maybe in 5 years you'll be able to repay that loan, or in 10 years. Because there's some businesses you start and it starts paying you back maybe in 3 years, in four
Yes,
years.
or return on investment.
Yes. So actually, when they study, if that team is created and they study your business and they see the possibility of that business coming into reality, why not invest in it? Because that business is also going to help employ youths. Yes, which now will, it also helps the government to be at rest. Like,
Definitely, because we don't have too
yes,
much on their
of,
neck, like, oh, we
yes,
need a
we
job, we are
need
not
this, we
employed,
need
or
that.
kind
So
of thing. So now, before we go, we have this last question. We have youth out there that somehow say desperate when it comes to job because of unemployment. So you see, there are times you get to a family of five, six, and nobody's employed. Nobody has something doing that is tangible that can support the others. Now, what last word do you have for those youth out there that are unemployed?
um any youth out there who is unemployed stands a chance to be employed, to be self-employed. Yes. Actually, if you check the unemployment rate in Cameroon, some sites will tell you it's maybe 7.1, 6.2. This, yes, but I don't know
The criteria
the
they
criteria they
use,
use to
yes,
bring out that rate. Yeah, because when you come into the society, you totally see something different.
definitely.
Yes,
Almost everybody is unemployed.
everybody, almost everybody is unemployed. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, we don't know if that they say unemployment means you need to get this or that, you need to be of this level. We really don't have that
Yeah,
parameters.
so
Okay,
I don't
understandable.
know
Understandable.
actually. Yes,
Okay.
so Actually, to anyone who is unemployed out there, it's very easy. You might find difficulties in the beginning, yeah, but when you acquaint yourself with the environment, you know that this is the kind of society in which I am.
Yes.
You better work on yourself, build yourself, sit and ask yourself, what can I do? What skills do I have?
So you need to know your society.
Yes.
Then you figure out what you can do
What you
to
can
help that
do
society move
to
forward.
help that society move forward.
Right.
Yes. In that way, you're going to help yourself and the society. You're going to help others.
Definitely.
Yes.
You must solve a problem for you to be able to go forward. And after
That's
solving a
true.
problem is helping those that have the problem to get out of that
Out
problem.
of that problem.
And they will give you their money for taking them out of that.
Out of the problem. That way, it can also help you to expatiate more.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And we are happy King showed up and thank them for sharing your experience with our audience. And guys, I hope you got him well.